Hey guys, so we are at the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, and I've seen this truck, this Tacoma over here on social media on 37-inch tires, 37s?
37s.
Yeah, so these are portal axles from 74 Weld. So because they're here, of course, I was gonna stop by and check these things out because this is an awesome solution, though maybe not for everybody, but I'll let you explain all that stuff. But they're just a beautiful component, and so I want to come over here and let them guide us through what all they offer, what vehicles they offer them for, and just kind of touch base on what you guys got going on here.
Awesome. Yeah, so today we're out here showing off a Bronco in Tacoma. We do portals. It's a gearbox at the wheel and a lift. So if you want to run bigger tires, you need the lift and you need the regear. This is a bolt-on product that does both of those. The Tacoma here is stock geometry on everything, so it's just a portal lift and a portal regear on 37, so nothing else done to the thing. Same with the Bronco we have. It's a portal on 40s, so there's nothing else done to it. Bone stock, portals and 40s, that was it. And we're also out here showing off our steering rack. Broncos tend to have a failure in the steering housing, so we did a redesign of that. We reused the factory internals of everything, so it plugs right back in. No issues with any computers, no codes, no nothing, and it's a pretty bulletproof housing for a solution on braking racks. So we also have a Jeep platform. We have a lot of 392s on portals running 40s.
Awesome. So
it's a 1.22 gear reduction, so it's 22%. So it basically accommodates for a 22% larger tire.
Right.
So it takes your 30 up to a 36, 37, 33 up to a 40. We're basically like, we didn't do a crazy deep ratio. We were just trying to regear for a larger tire.
Okay.
So, and allowing you to maintain your factory suspension geometry. So, these companies spent billions of dollars developing their suspension and throwing lift kits on them. They may never ride the same, whether it's on-road, off-road. These are streetable platforms we daily drive, and it has the comfortability of a production vehicle right off the lot.
that is crazy. And so important notes are when you get a system like this, you do not want to be re-geared in your differentials.
Correct. So it is your regear. So
right.
Yep, it'll take, so this is a 391 and the conversion at the wheel is now a 477. So it regears you 22% just for a little bit larger tire.
Okay. And then as far as oil capacity in these, and I know these are filled with oil, and how often should people change oil on something
So
like
there's
this?
about 10 ounces of oil in the thing. It's
Okay.
2 quarts, will do all 4 corners.
Awesome.
You change your oil just like you would a motor oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. You just do a clean oil change, and that's all the service you need on them. They're aluminum, so it's an aluminum heat sink, so we don't see heat issues driving down the road.
That's
Air
cool.
catches them, so we don't have any heating issues. Straight cut gears, it's a 4-gear setup, and yeah, we drive down the road 80, 90 miles an hour.
That's
no
amazing.
problem. We have an engineer that drives a Jeep daily, 60 miles each way, so it's a streetable platform.
What kind of a fuel economy do you get in this Tacoma over here?
I want to say it's around 13.
With 37s?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
respectable. That's what my FJ gets on 33,
Yeah.
so not bad at all. And then can we go over here by this Tacoma to explain kind of what comes along with the
absolutely.
kits?
So it's portals on all 4 corners. This is just the front. We do have a built upper and lower control arm, but it's a factory replacement on both. So it's all stock suspension geometry. We made uppers for a long time, and when we were building this truck, we're like, let's make a lower for it as well, make it look nice. So, but again, you don't need the upper lower. It's a factory replacement. It bolts right up to your suspension as is.
Okay.
So it's all 4 corners. You get a disc brake conversion for the rear. You get ground clearance, which nobody sells ground clearance. You
Right.
can put a 5-gallon bucket underneath that lower A-arm and the rear diff. So that, it comes with chromoly shafts for the rear, full float. We turn any semi-float housing into a full float housing at the same time. So you get a disc brake conversion, you get portals all 4 corners, a full float conversion, all in one bolt-on package.
That's amazing.
You bolt portals on, bolt big tires on, and you're done.
Okay. And is this right here, is this just a breather?
That's just a breather line.
Okay.
So there's a breather here, a fill port here, and a drain plug at the bottom.
Awesome.
So yeah, when you're doing your oil change, you know, you pop a tire off, drain the oil, fill the oil, you're done. Everything we do is ABS compatible.
Okay.
So no lights on the dash, no nothing. Everything goes right back to factory, just how it was.
Crawl control, all that stuff still
Everything works.
Okay,
yeah.
that's awesome. And I see you guys put greasable lowers on this and uppers, which is
and again, that was just an add-on of what we did. So that was we make that stuff and just wanted to make a nice little kit for the nice show truck.
And so what's the MSRP on this?
20 grand for the full kit. That's not uppers and lower A arms. That's just portals, all four corners, and everything you need to bolt on and drive.
Okay. And then how much are your uppers and lowers?
They're actually not for sale yet.
Okay.
We're just going through things. It's something that we'll have up on the website eventually.
Okay. But like you said, it's not required for this at all.
Absolutely not.
So, but those are really pretty arms you got going on.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so now we're over here at the 74 Weld steering racks, and this is obviously much beefier than what Ford included with the Broncos. So I'll let you explain this thing.
Yeah, so Ford, can't trash talk Ford. Ford makes a great product.
Right.
This Bronco, it's an amazing platform, great all around. There is an issue with the steering. They tend to break housings on two sides. You break the end cap side and as well as this side. This holds your mesh in between your rack and pinion, and when it shock loads on this side, it'll pop this cap off and then you lose mesh in between your pinion. So once this thing breaks, you're stuck wherever you're at. You got to get off the trail. So we took all the internals out of this thing and put it into our billet housing. So we redesigned a housing around this, reuse all the factory internals, so it's a plug and play system, Ford computer, Ford circuit board, rack pinion. We didn't see any issues with any of the problem inside of this thing, so we reused all of it.
Awesome.
So it's a plug and play system. We also offer a cap and bushing kit that's for, you know, your stock, doing a little mild off-roading, just a little bit more peace of mind. That replaces the end cap, and it's a bronze, oil impregnated bronze bushing for the other side, so it just gives you a little more support.
Okay.
So this is a stage 1 kit, just for, you know, stock, maybe up to 35s, you know, slight wheeling.
Right.
If you're gonna actually wheel the thing, we suggest a billet housing.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful manufacturing on these.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Okay, so that's Chad with 74 Weld. So I think that's everything you guys got in the booth right now. And I appreciate your time, man. This is really
No
cool
problem.
to see.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, and again, 37s on a Tacoma is unreal.
40s on a Bronco with no cutting, no lifting, no nothing.
It's wild. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to check out my other adventure, off-road, and overland related content.